Imagine waking up to a tennis story that instantly takes over the entire sports world, not because someone won Wimbledon, and not because the world number one lifted another trophy, but because one young player captured the hearts of millions without winning the title itself. That's exactly what happened when the WTA revealed its latest fan-voted recognition. Within minutes, social media exploded with one name dominating every conversation: Alex Eala. Fans from around the globe celebrated what they believed was the most inspiring story of the grass court season, while others questioned how a player who didn't become Wimbledon champion could receive so much attention ahead of several established stars. The debate quickly grew beyond a simple fan vote. It became a discussion about what truly defines success in modern tennis. Is greatness measured only by trophies, or can a player's journey, determination, and ability to inspire people matter just as much? That question is what makes Alex Eala's rise so fascinating. Her story isn't built around one magical week or one unforgettable victory. Instead, it's the result of months of steady improvement, fearless performances, and a growing belief that she belongs among the world's best. Only a short time ago, Alex was viewed as one of the sport's brightest young prospects. Tennis experts admired her talent, but many believed she still needed more experience before consistently challenging elite opponents. Instead of letting those expectations create pressure, she quietly focused on improving every aspect of her game. Tournament after tournament, she continued gaining confidence, learning from every victory and every setback. Little by little, she transformed from an exciting prospect into one of the most talked-about players on the WTA Tour. Her progress became impossible to ignore during the grass court season. Grass has always been considered one of the toughest surfaces in professional tennis. The fast-paced, low bounce, and shorter reaction time demand quick decision-making and precise movement. Many experienced players spend years trying to master it, but Alex adapted far quicker than many expected. Every match showed signs of growth. Her movement became smoother, her timing sharper, and her confidence noticeably stronger. What impressed fans wasn't just the number of matches she won. It was the way she played them. She attacked with confidence, stayed calm under pressure, and refused to back down against higher-ranked opponents. Instead of playing cautiously, she trusted her aggressive style while making smarter decisions during long rallies. Those improvements didn't happen overnight. They were the result of consistent hard work and gradual development, something that became more obvious with every tournament. As her performances improved, so did the conversations surrounding her. Fans stopped asking whether she could pull off another upset. Instead, they started wondering how high she could climb in the rankings and whether she could become a genuine contender at the biggest tournaments. Every appearance attracted more attention than the last. Every draw generated excitement. Every match became must-watch television for supporters eager to see how far her remarkable journey could continue. By the time the grass season reached its final weeks, Alex Eala had become one of the defining stories of the summer. Even people who didn't closely follow women's tennis began recognizing her name. Social media platforms filled with highlights of her fearless shot-making and emotional victories. Tennis analysts praised her maturity, while fans admired the passion and determination she brought onto the court every single match. Then came the announcement that sparked another wave of discussion. When the WTA opened its fan vote recognizing the standout player of the grass court season, many assumed the winners of the biggest tournaments would dominate the results. That expectation made perfect sense. Traditionally, championships have always carried the greatest weight in professional tennis, but fans don't always vote based solely on trophies. They vote with emotion. They remember the athletes who inspired them, surprised them, and gave them moments they'll never forget. That emotional connection worked strongly in Alex Eala's favor. Throughout the season, she had become much more than another talented young player. She represented perseverance, confidence, and the belief that determination could overcome experience. Every breakthrough performance inspired countless young athletes, especially in the Philippines, where millions proudly followed every step of her journey. Her success wasn't just personal anymore. It had become a source of national pride. Across the Philippines, supporters celebrated every victory as though they had won alongside her. Each match brought new excitement and new hope that the country could produce another global tennis star. Young players suddenly had someone they could look up to, someone proving that hard work and patience could eventually open doors on the world's biggest stages. That emotional connection extended far beyond rankings and statistics. International fans also embraced her story. Even supporters with no connection to the Philippines admired the fearless attitude she displayed against some of the sport's biggest names. They saw a player who refused to be intimidated by reputation. Instead of treating every match as a learning experience, Alex competed as though she truly believed she belonged among the elite. That confidence resonated with audiences everywhere. As the fan vote gained momentum, discussions spread across social media. Some believed championship winners deserved the recognition, while others argued that no player had captured the imagination of tennis fans quite like Alex Eala. The conversations became lively, but one fact remained impossible to ignore. Whether people agreed or disagreed with the results, everyone was talking about her. In many ways, that alone demonstrated just how significant her rise had become. What made her journey even more remarkable was that none of it felt accidental. Every improvement had been earned through months of dedication and consistent progress. Her growing confidence wasn't based on luck or one unexpected victory. It was built match after match, point after point, against increasingly difficult competition. By the end of the grass court season, Alex Eala had accomplished something that statistics alone couldn't fully explain. She had become one of the biggest stories in women's tennis, and the spotlight surrounding her was only beginning to grow. As the grass court season came to an end, one thing had become clear: Alex Eala was no longer simply a promising young talent. She had become a player capable of attracting global attention every time she stepped onto the court. The fan recognition wasn't just celebrating one tournament or one memorable performance. It reflected an entire season in which she exceeded expectations, inspired millions, and proved that she could compete with some of the biggest names in women's tennis. That recognition also signaled something much bigger. Expectations had changed. Not long ago, fans hoped Alex could win a few matches at major tournaments. Now people expected her to challenge top-ranked players on a regular basis. Every draw she entered suddenly became more exciting because supporters believed she had a genuine chance to make another deep run. That shift in perception is one of the biggest milestones any young athlete can achieve. Of course, greater attention also brings greater pressure. Opponents will now study her game more carefully than ever before. Coaches will analyze her strengths and search for weaknesses. Every serve, every return, and every tactical decision will be examined in detail. That's the reality of becoming one of the fastest rising stars on the WTA Tour. Success attracts attention, and attention creates new challenges. The encouraging news for Alex is that her development has never relied on one spectacular weapon alone. Instead, she has built a complete and balanced game. She knows when to attack, when to defend, and when to patiently construct points instead of rushing for winners. That versatility gives her an advantage because modern tennis rewards players who can adapt to different opponents and different situations. Throughout the grass season, she demonstrated exactly that ability. Against aggressive opponents, she stayed composed and absorbed pressure before choosing the right moment to counterattack. Against defensive players, she showed patience without abandoning her attacking mindset. Those adjustments revealed a growing tactical maturity that many young players take years to develop. It wasn't just her shot-making that impressed analysts, it was her decision-making under pressure. Perhaps even more important was her mental strength. Professional tennis is often described as one of the toughest individual sports because every player experiences difficult moments. Momentum can change within minutes, and confidence can disappear after a few mistakes. Alex showed that she could recover from setbacks without allowing frustration to control her game. That resilience became one of her greatest strengths, and one of the biggest reasons fans connected with her story. For supporters in the Philippines, her rise has meant far more than rankings or prize money. She has become a symbol of possibility. Young athletes across the country now have someone proving that reaching the highest levels of international tennis is no longer just a dream. Every tournament she enters inspires another generation to believe that dedication and hard work can create opportunities on the world's biggest stages. That impact extends beyond national borders. Around the world, tennis fans appreciate players who continue improving through determination rather than relying solely on natural talent. Alex's journey reflects that idea perfectly. Her progress has been gradual, earned through discipline and consistent effort rather than overnight success. Those are the stories sports fans often remember the longest. The fan vote itself highlights how much tennis has changed over the years. Today's supporters don't only celebrate champions, they celebrate personalities, perseverance, and athletes who inspire people through their journey. While trophies will always define careers, emotional connection has become just as powerful in shaping a player's popularity. Alex Eala has successfully built that connection with millions of fans across different countries. Still, the biggest challenge is only beginning. It's one thing to surprise the tennis world. It's another to remain among the sport's elite year after year. Consistency separates good players from great ones, and maintaining this level of performance will require constant improvement. Every tournament will present tougher opponents who understand her game better than before. The margin for error will become much smaller. Fortunately, Alex has already shown the qualities needed to continue growing. She embraces challenges instead of avoiding them. She learns from defeats without losing confidence. Most importantly, she continues refining her game instead of believing she has already reached her full potential. Those habits often become the foundation of long and successful careers. The upcoming hardcourt season now presents another exciting opportunity. Different surfaces bring different challenges, but they also offer another chance to prove that her breakthrough wasn't limited to grass. Fans around the world will be watching closely to see whether she can carry this momentum into the next chapter of her season. Every victory will strengthen the belief that she belongs among the world's best. Every close battle will provide another valuable lesson as she continues developing. Whether or not she wins a major title this year, one fact is already undeniable. Alex Eala has changed the conversation surrounding her career. She is no longer introduced as a talented junior with potential. She is now recognized as one of the most exciting rising stars in women's tennis, capable of creating headlines wherever she competes. Years from now, many people may look back at this grass court season as the moment everything changed. It wasn't necessarily because of one trophy or one unforgettable match. It was because millions of fans witnessed the emergence of a player who captured their imagination through courage, determination, and relentless improvement. Sometimes the biggest stories in sports aren't written by champions alone. Sometimes they're written by athletes who inspire people to believe that the best is still yet to come. As Alex Eala prepares for the next stage of her journey, one thing is certain: the tennis world will be watching more closely than ever before. Every match, every tournament, and every new challenge will add another chapter to a story that already feels special. If her recent progress is any indication, this may not be the peak of her rise. It could simply be the beginning of something even greater. If you enjoyed this story and want more in-depth tennis coverage, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. We'll continue following Alex Eala's journey and bring you the biggest updates, match analysis, and stories from the world of tennis as they happen.